A very warm welcome to the top three finishers of the FIA Formula One Bahrain Grand Prix. In third place, Lando Norris. In second place, George Russell, and taking McLaren's
from maybe not FP1 because that was pretty diabolical for everyone, but FP2 onwards has been very, very strong. And obviously I was happy after qualifying yesterday, and I think that made quite a big difference today. Very, very pleased with how the weekend's gone, and happy to come away with another win.
Yeah, I think I'm sorry for the interrupting. As you know, I must do it. I'm not fond of interrupting this kind of interviews, but I must do it. I'm sorry for that. I hope that you understand me very well. I'm going to be so short, and I will play the rest of the press conference. He just took what he deserved all of the week. He was dominating all the race week, and at the end he just got that win. He a little bit stressed out after that safety car, but very cleverly, just after the turn, he started the race. Behind him, George Russell was in the middle of the race, in the middle of the turn, and he just got a lot of advantage there, and just immediately opened the gap between him and George Russell.
Strategically, the team was on point. Just talk us through the decision to start the race on the soft tyre, first of all.
We kind of thought most people would start on the soft. We knew George only had one medium and one hard, and there was quite a lot of people around us that were in the same boat. So we felt starting on the soft was going to be the best option, and I think it was the right choice in the end. So pleased with how we managed everything. I think we had the pace today to be able to manage things pretty well. I think we made all the right calls.
Seems the only drama you had in this race was the drinks bottle. What happened there? Did you?
I think both have been good. I've been happy with how I've driven all season so far. Maybe not all the results have been exactly what I wanted, but I think this weekend has definitely been the result I wanted. So, been proud of the job that I've been doing, and very proud of the job the team's done. Obviously the car is in a great place. Still has its moments where it bites, but for a lot of the time it's an incredible car to drive, and clearly very quick. So very proud of the work we're doing, and this has been a track that's not been kind to us in the past. So to have a weekend like we have had this weekend is a really meaningful result outside of the victory.
Very well done to you. Thank you.
Like, the car is perfect, Oscar Piastri is perfect, and win is coming itself. But just one thing I'm going to say, I think that the car suits more to Oscar Piastri than the Lando Norris. If things keeps to go like this in the rest of the season, I think the Oscar Piastri is near than Lando Norris to win the championship.
Oscar, George, let's come to you. Many congratulations.
I don't think we are, to be honest. McLaren are just too dominant right now. I think this is probably going to be their peak performance. What we saw this weekend in Bahrain and what we saw in China and Suzuka is probably their worst case scenario, and they still obviously got one victory from those two races. So, we've got to keep on picking up the points, picking up the pieces, and this weekend we picked up the pieces to get a P2, and we did it in Melbourne as well to get the P3. So I don't expect this to continue for many races to come, but who knows?
George, very well.
I don't believe that they will be competitive with McLaren for the title, Mercedes, but if you have watched or if you have read, George Russell was saying before the race, it doesn't matter are we starting in a third place or are we starting in a second place. He just with a lot of problems at the last 10 laps. He just got what he deserved. I think yesterday the team had like a big mistake. He lost one position, but today definitely with his perfect performance, he just took back what he was deserved. But as you know, FIA is giving a stupid penalties every time. He will go to the stewards for that DRS problem. If they gave him like 5-second penalty or something like that, one more time he will lost his second place. I hope he is not going to lost it, but there is a possibility to lost one more time his second place. Let's listen to
that. I managed to get back to P3. I had a good start, all those things, but I think P2 was the best we could have achieved today. It's what we should have achieved, but we didn't, and I didn't because of some mistakes, you know. So mixed feelings. I think the pace was good. The car's obviously mega, as Oscar showed, but yeah, just too many mistakes there.
Mixed feelings, you say. What are the positives that you take from the Bahrain Grand Prix weekend?
That is finished, probably.
Can we run through just some of the incidents that happened to you during that Grand Prix, starting with the grid box? We saw you have a couple of stabs at it. Just what was going on there, and did you know immediately that you were in trouble?
No, I mean, at the beginning I was too far back, so I tried to creep forward and go forward and did the opposite. So, no, first time I've ever done this in my life. Shouldn't happen, but it did, and I paid the price for it.
You made a great start. After that, you drove a great opening lap. What were you thinking at that point in the race?
I mean, when I was in P3, I was pretty happy, you know. I knew it was going to be tough to get past George. You know, they've not been that bad this weekend, and 1.5 tenths off pole position, so they're clearly not struggling. So I didn't expect to get past that easily, and I mean, I didn't at all, you know. So, I mean, I was happy. A good opening lap, aggressive and attacking, which I needed to be. But then I had the penalty, and everything got a lot worse, you know. So I had the penalty. I boxed earlier than more to try and make up 5 seconds. Just about made it up, but then I'm on older tires, much hotter tires, and kind of paid the price for that again. So just every time I did one thing good, I did too bad in a way, and yeah, just kept stopping myself from making as much progress as I should have done today. So I mean, I'm happy that the pace was there. Difficult to overtake. Clearly, the dirty air is just horrible. I'm happy with my pace today than I was yesterday, but still just not in the best feeling with the car at the minute.
We'll leave it there. Lando, thank you.
As expected, Lando Norris had a big mistake at the start. If you have watched the race, immediately 5-second penalty, and I think the team saved him today. They had a good strategy on the pit stops, and also he was absolutely flying with that McLaren today. As you know, the McLaren is right now like they have a most dominant car. I thought when I saw his opening lap, I said like definitely he will be in a second position, but with a lot of unlucky moments, he just finished at the third place, and also I think he lost a lot of time behind the Ferraris. He just struggled a lot to overtake Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc. Exactly, with Charles Leclerc, he lost a lot, much more time, and I think that cost for him second place.
Thank you very much for that. Very well done. Let's now open this to the floor, please.
Phil Claren, motorsport.com for Lando, please. Yesterday you said you need a reset. You were really despondent. Was that the disappointment there, or do you genuinely feel like you need to go back to the drawing board? And if so, what can you do in the short term to gel a little bit better with the car?
I wish I knew. Wish I knew the answer. I don't have an answer, honestly. Even for myself, whether or not I would share it with you guys, I don't know. But I just you just know when you're I think you're an athlete, when you're a driver, whatever it is. you just know when things click, when you feel confident, when you feel comfortable. I'm confident that I have everything I need, and I've got what it takes. Like I have no doubt about that I'm good enough and all of those things. But something's just not clicking with me in the car. I'm not able to do any of the laps that I was doing last season. There I knew every single corner, every thing that was going to happen with the car, how it was going to happen. I felt on top of the car. This year, I could not have felt more opposite so far. And even in Australia, whether I won the race, but never felt comfortable, never felt confident. The car was just mega, and that's helping me get out of a lot of problems at the minute. But I'm just nowhere near the capability that I have, which hurts to say. And I've spent a lot of time, even last night. I left late last night to look into everything and understand, what I'm struggling with, what's not clicking. Trying to figure out, what's changed from last year to this year. Is it me? Is it some of the car? Like, it's complicated, but I'm not doubting myself, even though sometimes it may seem like that. It's just something's not gelling, something's not clicking, and therefore I don't feel comfortable when I'm in the car. I'm confident, like I know I got what it takes, but just not confident. And when you're not confident in the car to know what the limit is, what to do in the slow speed, high speed, any corner, I'm never going to be as quick as I need to be. And especially when you got guys who are, you're fighting the best in the world. As soon as you're not gelling, then you're going to be in issues, and that's what I have at the minute.
Thank you for that, Lando. Next one, please.
Luke Smith from The Athletic. Oscar, just to Lando's point there, like, how are you gelling with this year's car? Is everything clicking? Are you feeling that comfort? And have you felt a shift year on year between your sort of at ease with the car?
I mean, this weekend I felt comfortable with it. I think that there has been times where it's been tricky, definitely, but I would say for the most part I've been pretty happy with the car, to be honest. I think clearly it's got a lot of pace. We've kind of known from preseason testing that there's some things that we wanted to iron out, but I think we've done a very good job of doing that. And I think for myself, I've been comfortable, especially this weekend, in what the car's been able to do. I think the team's been doing a great job.
Thank you. Next, please.
Hi, I am Sonarita Mehta from local media, Salam Bahrain, and we're ecstatic over your wins, obviously. We're Oscar and for Lando. How special is it, the win that comes in Bahrain? Because it means so much to us as fans. And what does it mean to you? And this is to both of you. And George, thank you for the lovely videos that you do for Bahrain. We see your feed, we love it. We copy it, we paste it, we keep it in our hearts.
I think that's probably the most polite and nicest question I've ever been asked. It's it's obviously very, very special to have the first win for McLaren here in Bahrain. First podium. Okay, first podium and win for the team here. This guy. See, I lost my train of thought now. No, it's fantastic to have the first win here for the team. It obviously means a lot for everybody involved. There's been a lot of tough years for the team at McLaren, and obviously the owners have been at the head of trying to turn those problems around. So to now have, obviously we had success last season, but to now have success for the first time on home soil for the team is an incredible result and very deserved. So it's great to have this success.
Disappointed in myself, and that's just the way I am. That I'm just so hungry to win, and I work so hard to win. When it doesn't go my way and when I mess up myself, then I'm very disappointed in myself. But doing the interviews and saying things I do I don't think necessarily have a bad impact on myself and negatively. I've done it so much my whole life. I've learned how to block my own comments away from my thoughts. Maybe sometimes I lack a bit of self-belief, and I have done in the past, but that's just also me. It's the way I do things. It's the way I work. It's what has made me as good as I am, and probably maybe at times has limited me from becoming a better driver. But like I said, I know what I can do, and I'm happy, and I think what I can do and what I can achieve is good enough and easily up there with the best. So I just need to get back in that rhythm, and yes, maybe sometimes I'm too hard on myself, like yesterday, but I came back today after a nice sleep, re-energized, a new day, and good to go again and put up a good fight, which I felt like I kind of did. So, that's one day. Today was a new day, and I have a few days off now to recover and go again.
Thank you, Lando. Yep, another one.
Hi, good evening, Laila from Bahrain, from Traveler BH, local media. We would like to know how you guys, as young drivers, how you manage. You were just discussing, Lando, how frustrated you are, or how you're not feeling good about it. So, how do you cope up with these challenges? Like, it was really awesome how Russell and Oscar was dancing with their cars in every turn. So, they were like sort of jiving with their with the car. And you said you're still finding out. So how do you treat these challenges, and how you, aside from sleeping, because you just said that, so how the three of you manage these challenges? And do you have any message for the young Bahrainis who want to follow your footsteps?
Me? Okay. Well, one day I wish I could drive with my car and dance with it too, So, I mean, it's part of sports. It's part of any athlete goes through tougher moments and bad moments, the worst and the best. That's the way it is. So, yes, remaining positive and optimistic about the future and working hard with your team is a big part of it. And I definitely don't think I lack from that part of the hard work and working with my team and trying to figure things out. But that's life. Sometimes, things are going your way, and sometimes things aren't, and sometimes it's more easy, sometimes it's not. But you just have to keep pushing hard through these moments and working hard, which I shall do over the next few days and the next weeks and probably months. But yeah, it's still, just good fun in the end of the day. It's the sport that I love to do, and I want to go out and win. So I keep fighting until that day comes. And till there's a lot of young kids and people here. So hopefully McLaren winning here, I think, is a perfect opportunity to showcase that and try and get more drivers from Bahrain. I remember karting here back in 2013 for the World Championships, and one of the best tracks in the world probably. So it's good fun. But Bahrain is small, there's not that many people, but the more we can get them into the racing spirit and hopefully have them part of our racing journey, then the better.
Thank you, Lando. Oscar? Anything to add, George, please?
Rodrigo França, Car Magazine Brazil. Question for the three. Formula One is getting so competitive. All the field is only 1 second in Q1. And of course, the teams have budget enough to hire the drivers, don't have more paid drivers. Do you think talent is 100% value on Formula One? And the three of you came from F1 Academy, so I would like you to comment on that.
George, let's start with you, please.
Yeah, I think this is probably the most complete grid we've ever seen in Formula One. Everybody who's here is here on merit.
I echo very much what George has said. I think, compared to previous generations, I think now talent is definitely the biggest thing that you need. I think in the past, talent's not always been the biggest thing that you need. I think there's still other factors involved. As George said, the way to F1 is still very expensive. You need to be in the right place at the right time, going through the ranks. You need ultimately someone to replace on the grid the grid is incredibly young now, so it's as difficult as ever to kind of work your way through. But I think yes, talent is definitely it can get you to Formula One with almost nothing else now, and I think the support of the F1 teams is more than it's ever been. I think the cost cap as well has been a good thing from that side, from this side of things, because pretty much all the teams on the grid are able to find all the money they need for development, and they don't rely on drivers to bring it anymore. So I think the sport's in a great place.
Sorry, for Lando and for Oscar. After the first 3 races, we've seen sort of Max in the mix, but now it's the 2 of you up there, 1 and 2 in the championship, 3 points apart. Is this the start of the real battle between the 2 of you, and is this how it's going to stay?
I mean, I thought it started from Melbourne, to be honest, but I mean, it's still so early. I think at the moment we've got a great car underneath us. I feel like for the most part we've been able to do a good job with it, and I mean, I think we're in the positions we should be in. So I think it's going to be a tight battle. I think there is going to be other contenders. I think what we've kind of seen at the moment is, we've not had kind of a consistent challenger week in, week out. It's kind of been somebody different, which obviously from the championship point of view is makes life difficult for others. But I think it's going to be a tight year, definitely. And I think as long as we have the best car, it's going to be tight between Lando and I.
Lando, your thoughts?
Oscar's put it very well, honestly. I think we knew coming into the season, as us as a team knew it before the season, that it was probably going to we were going to have some close moments between us and some good fights, and I'm sure we're going to have more later this year, which I think we're both excited for. So we have to keep working hard as a team to keep ourselves ahead of the rest. Because I'm sure we both prefer if it's just me and him, or between us and no one else. As a team, we'd prefer that, and it'll probably make our lives easier as a whole. So I mean, we're not forgetting that the competition is close. Yes, we've got the best car on the grid and things like this, but one mistake and I paid the price yesterday. 1/10 and I would have been second on the grid today. So it's frustrating, but it's close, competitive, and I think that's a great thing for the sport. But we have to keep working hard as a team. I don't think we've ever let that thought go. With how close some of the previous qualifiers have been, with Max on pole, with George only a 10.5 off yesterday. It's easy to not do a perfect lap and then not be on pole still. It's not like we can just cruise around and everything's groovy still, So we have to keep working hard, and I think we're excited for the competition between us both.
Lando, thank you very much for that. Well done.
Lando Norris with his long answers. We are at the end of the press conference. I want to comment a little bit about that talent talks. I think if you don't have enough money, if you want, you can be the most talented driver in the world, but if you don't have the money, you can't be driver in Formula 1. Thanks for watching this video with us. Just don't forget to like it, comment, and subscribe to the channel.